Hello, this is Brian Tahaco with Andrew Tahaco from TnT Group, doing a webcast for NakedTrader.com. Just kind of wanted to first start the webcast off by apologizing about not doing webcasts in a long time. Just we have made a lot of transitions here at our group, more to fit our style and lifestyle and basically to integrate into the market what we think is the wave of the future to come. So basically what we did is, I've been in the Chicago Board of Trade since '93 and made a transition out to where I live in the south suburbs of Chicago. Moved our office down here, and at the same time made a transition into trading a fund style, futures managed money, trying to put together basically a style to start managing money for people. So moved along that road of path, and Andrew explained his situation, what he's doing.
As most of you know, I was trading overnight, and I decided to go back to the days, just the whole lifestyle, and didn't really want to be in an office by myself. I'm also starting to do a little more of the longer term stuff and hold things, hold trades. I think overall, especially in these markets right now, with how choppy they are, I think kind of that route is, I think, the best way to go if you're going to stay and try and trade these markets either intraday or over a couple days period. But so I'll be here during the day now, and we should be doing these webcasts either together or kind of solo, depending on the day and kind of what's going on. But Brian's going to start talking a little bit about the markets and what he's seeing and kind of the route he's been taking.
Yeah, so basically I think the benefit of the route for people that do watch this is we are watching a wide range of products. We're pretty much watching every futures market that can be traded, anywhere from frozen OJ all the way to 30-year bonds. So we have a split group of people that are watching things that will keep us updated, and we'll talk about those things. So any type of commodity, any type of thing like that, keep us posted if you guys have any questions, anything like that. We'll be back up on Twitter, back up on our blog, on our website, stuff like that. So we'll be a wide array of products that we are trading. But the one thing I wanted to trade today, actually, or talk about today, was the dollar index. I listened to Tony's webcast earlier today, and he talked about how he wants to be long the dollar. And one of the positions we do have on is we are short the dollar. The basic fundamental thing that happened on Friday, I thought there was a shift, a change in the market that went to almost a QE3 type trade. We saw a GDP of 2.8%, and to me, anything under 3% is horrific for the market. And the market took it not that way, but it almost took it. It seemed like as if they were going to do another round of QE. So as that happened, I definitely want to be short the dollar. And as you looked as this market has traded, the dollar was not a safe haven. I hate to disagree with Tony on this one, but I don't think it's a safe haven. I think the dollar's crap. I think it will always be crap. I think there's just too much money going into this market, and I don't think people want to be long it. Then you had rumors, a little talk of a downgrade by Moody's. I know it's not a big deal because Moody's is probably the biggest bunch of idiots that I know and are the worst out there, but you still got to pay attention to them and what they're doing. So on an overall fundamental basis, I want to be short the dollar. We got short on Friday around the 77.30 area. I like being short. Anywhere below 4.5 now we got below, so we sold some more today, and we're actually trading right there right now. So fundamentally, those are the reasons I like being short the dollar. If you're looking, which I got to disagree with Tony again, I don't really understand it. He thinks that there's still going to be problems in the Middle East and all this stuff, but he wants to be short treasuries and long equities. Those are the things I'd be most scared of doing. So I would stay away from the dollar trade. If you're scared about stuff going on, I'd rather be long silver, as the poor man's lobster, we call it. Cheaper way to be long instead of gold. Or if you want to be long anything safe haven, be long the gold. So other things on the currency side, which is what I'm focused on more, currencies and energies. We also like being short the Swiss franc. The thing had a great rally. These equities have turned around, almost back, fully retraced through this crisis. So Swiss franc, I think, has a long ways down. If you can get shorted here, it's a safe area below like 70. 107.70 gets shorted. And other than that, I think Andrew's going to talk a little bit about the Japanese yen.
Yeah, and I've been focusing more a little bit on the yen. Just the fact of, I think fundamentally over there, they have a lot of issues. Their debt problems, obviously, with the yen up here, it really
They got downgraded too.
They got downgraded. Their debt got downgraded. They have terrible industrial production number came out. Their yen's up here. This is kind of the area where, the government's really been stepping in and talking about, taking it lower just because of due to their exports, and they had a terrible export number. Just overall, I think that country is kind of bad news right now, but it's obviously been rallying just because of the safe haven reason. Same with the Swiss. But I think once this kind of all passes and this Middle East crisis kind of rears its head back a little bit, I think this yen could eventually get dumped.
Which we're not saying it will.
Right.
We're not saying it will. I mean,
Right.
It's kind of, that, but it's where the equities are right now, and I think where treasuries are right now, it's not a bad play to play that side of it.
Right, and I believe the yen was about 200 ticks lower, pretty much right where these equities were, where these minis were. So you have some downside, and Mark, our big technical guy here, he thought below 121.87. If we get below that in the yen, he thought we could really see a down move. So I'm kind of playing the short side on this yen. It seems like with these equities, things are kind of calming down a little bit, at least in the equity side of it, but that could also play into the whole QE3 thing, and we could see just a rally and everything and a dollar sell-off. But that's kind of what I've been focusing on lately. That's kind of the play I've been looking at. So,
other than that, that's probably pretty much it. Again, be careful of getting long that dollar. Pay attention to these precious metals too. Keep an eye on copper. Those things are definitely a big a demand product right now, and it seems to be kind of driving us higher in these equities. So keep an eye on that.
long corn. That's it from here.
Long corn from the corner. We like being long corn from our agricultural guys. So long corn above where?
710.
710. Stay long corn above 710. Get below there, be careful, but above there, stay long corn. Looks like demand's going back into it, especially across the market, these grains. So
That's it from here. Andrew and Brian from TnT Group. Thanks.
Thanks.